And we're live and in color.
And living color.
Okay.
I gotta share it too. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Immersive Experience, a podcast about you and for you. I'm your guide, Narissa or Nunu Doe. And tonight we talk about carrying the dream alone. All right.
Mm.
We talk about carrying the dream alone. What experience do we have with carrying the dream alone? What does that mean to everybody on here? I'm gonna start with you, China.
To me, it means carrying a dream alone to me means not having the support that you need or not just like not having that village. Basically, everywhere that you go, you're getting turned down. You just running into like roadblocks. So you got to figure it all out by yourself. That's what that means to me.
Okay. And what does it mean for you, Desiree? Carrying the dream. Can you hear me? Is she froze? Can you hear me?
Barely, not really.
Can you hear
I
me
can
now?
hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah.
It's me. It's a me thing. I can hear you now.
Okay, maybe my
Oh.
feet flat on the counter. Maybe I should put my AirPods in. I gotta. I ain't gonna get up. I'm freestyle from here. So, what does that mean to you to carry the dream alone, Desiree?
Um, to me, that just mean I'm finna find out what I'm made of. I'm gonna find out if this dream really mine or if it's like something I was just doing to impress other people. Cause like if it's something you passionate about, you gonna go get it. Like just
Mm.
period.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, of course, Jarrell. What does that mean to you?
To me, it means the more you grow, the more you learn, you gonna drop weight. You're gonna lose people. You're gonna lose family. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose significant others. Like you're gonna really like Dad said, you're gonna find out what you made of. You're gonna find out what you really want to do, how you want to do it. Like it's just learning how to be okay with loss and keeping going.
Yeah, I agree with all of you all. I know I'm used to carrying the dream alone, with my business. And then, of course, it's unfortunate, but parenting, I'm used to carrying all that weight on my own. And I just take it day by day. I struggled with it a lot at first, but over time, I learned to stop being so frustrated because I had to learn that this is my reality. I can't get frustrated, with my reality. So I definitely, yeah, this particular subject especially resonates with me. So, what inspires you to pursue your dream even though you knew you would have to face it alone? Who want to take that one first?
I'll go ahead and take that one. Um, I relate everything to football, which y'all know. That was a dream of mine that I've had since I was young, and I knew since I was young it'd be just me. I wasn't one of those kids growing up that had my parents at the games and my family, my friends. I had me. I had me to train me, me to develop me to adjust me to learn me. I had my knocks. People, are you too short? Are you too small? Or you got to be taller, or you're not gonna make the next level because of this or that. Cool, I got you. Or you too cocky, or I heard it all from top to bottom, and it helped me in a lot of ways with that. So I I learned to grow more, and I learned a lot about myself because of those situations.
Okay, so you used all that negative energy and turned it into something positive, which was killing it on the football field.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. China, how about you?
I would say what inspired me to become or to go after my dream was my kids. My kids motivated me because I had my children young.
Okay.
I got pregnant at 19 and I had my first child at 20, got pregnant at 20 and had my other child at 21. So that pushed me to be, I didn't want to be on the system. I didn't want to, be another statistic, which I already was young, having babies out of wedlock. So that statistic wise, for me, I didn't want my kids to see me struggle or have them struggle. So that's what pushed me to be what I needed to become for them. That's what inspired me the most was my children.
Okay, nice. And then how about you, Desiree?
Me,
Mm-hmm.
um, because it's mine. It's something I became passionate about, and it was this podcast. I mean, like, I'm good at a lot of shit, but I wasn't passionate about anything. So this podcast really showed me what I was made of, because it's a lot of places where I felt like it didn't matter what I did. It wasn't enough. Like, but this hit that sweet spot of this is it
Yeah, I
touched
definitely
me.
think you found your niche with this podcast, though.
Hmm.
For me, my story is a little different. I didn't think that I was gonna do entrepreneurship by myself because, as we all know, people love to. Oh, I got your back. I got you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And then when it's time to for this conversation to make it out the group chat, you hear crickets, and that little
Hmm.
tumbleweed go past.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the little whistling winds, and there ain't nobody there. So yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be doing it on my own during my journey. I definitely had to play a huge process elimination. But once I figured out that I was doing it on my own, what inspired me was my customers.
Mm.
I had people that would not allow me to say I quit. That's what inspired me. I mean, of course, my daughter inspires me. I know she watching, and I actually enjoy. When we back when I was a full-time boutique, she would be in there, and she has a sense of style too. She watching her mama. Her mama a fashionista, so she would be in the store like, oh my God, this person would look so cute with that, and she would actually upsell the customers. So knowing that, I got customers that's not gonna let me quit. And then of course I got my little duplicate not allowing me to quit. That's what inspires me to keep going with the boutique and even with the event space. And whew, Desiree here, like I'm going through a lot with my event space right now, but I'm not letting it stop me. I'm gonna keep pushing through because I got too many people that's not gonna allow me to quit. I done came too far.
Hmm.
By the grace of God, I've been in business 4 years now, going on 5. They say if you make it past the first 2 years, then you might be going somewhere. So I'm just still
That's good.
pushing through. Okay, so how do you deal with the fear of failure or the pressure of expectations while carrying your dream alone? I'm gonna start with you this time, Dad. Right?
Head on.
Period.
I don't back down. Like, I can't, cause like what you really scared of? You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing you really scared of is trying. So I'm the cow that jumped over the moon. You feel me? So
Because what the lady say, you look like to
any
the face and you square up. What she say?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
She say you
What's
still
up?
life right in the
No.
eyes and you stare right in the face and you square up.
And you square it up. Period.
How about you, China?
Um, I'm not afraid of fear. I don't even I think with me, I think I used to be afraid of failure. And I think failure stop I would start something, then I would stop. But at this big age, I just go ahead and tackle it head on. Like Desiree said, we gonna square it out because if I mean, what you got to lose?
Yeah, true, true. Okay, how about you, Jarrell?
Hmm. Uh, I like pressure. I like fear. I love the spotlight. I love everything on me.
Mm,
I'm big on prime time. Big on, like, yeah. If it's on the line, yeah, I'm there. When it comes to sports, when it comes to life, because I live my life like this. You never know what could happen unless you try. And
yeah.
I pride myself on being great at everything I try. Honestly speaking, I mean, maybe cocky, but confident, whatever. Like, I go after things that people wouldn't normally think I would go after. Like, hell, my child's mother. People look at me. I'm 5'8", 170. My son's mother, 6 foot 6'1", thick.
Damn.
People like, what you gonna do with her? A whole motherfucking lot. I ain't gonna not talk to
Amazonia.
her.
Period.
Like
You better
I'm not
climb
gonna
that tree.
not talk to her, and I did. And like I
Hey, it
I
take a lot of
love
confidence to approach a tall woman. I'm a tall
it.
woman. I'm
It, it,
5'8", but people mistake me for 5'9", 5'10".
it
It,
do, but
it
I
take a
have
lot of confidence to date a woman that's taller than you because it could be intimidating.
I
Men
mean
will look at you like, "What you doing with all that? Hand that here."
to some
Ah,
people, yeah.
inferior.
I've heard that so much it's ridiculous, but
I'm sure. You talking about 6 feet, baby? Look, that's a tall glass of milk.
yeah, and I never cared. Like she was 6 foot
Period. I never
basketball
cared.
player. Like she was definitely somebody that was like, damn, like what's she doing with him? Whole
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. Period. I love the confidence. Well, this is me, and this is fear to live right here
I'm telling you.
on the
Neck
daily,
and neck.
neck and neck, baby. I listen. Like I said last week, and I'm working on myself, but I let fear stop me from a lot of stuff currently. I still have some work to do in that area. Like I'm not even gonna sit up here in front like, oh man, I do this with my chest out every day. I do it with my chest out and my hands over my eyes. Literally, if that makes sense. Like I'm one of those people, and I know this gonna sound crazy, but I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid of success.
That don't sound crazy. I know what
Nah.
that feel
I
like.
say it sound crazy because people see me moving. They follow
Yeah.
me on social media. Again, I got a lot of people that come to me for mentorship, and they just think I got it all together. And it's like for the most part, I do. But it's like y'all just don't know. I be like, it's like walking through a maze. Like, and I just feel like I just be getting lucky. I really feel like I be just getting lucky, but I be scoring. I be scoring.
It's no luck involved. I tell myself with everything, fear is a mindset.
It
Yeah,
If
really is.
if you want to be afraid of something,
Really
you're gonna be
is.
afraid of it. That's just what it is.
That's so true.
yeah. I
I
can't.
agree with that
I
one
know I
hundred
have to work
percent.
being afraid of success because any idea that I really apply myself to honestly has yet to fail. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Me and Desiree had this conversation all the time. Like, what you always say, I don't know why you keep on down your. I knew you was gonna do it. It's like, nah, I wish I had that confidence, but I'm getting there. I'm working on myself, and
Just
I
gotta
do hope
keep going.
I'm
Don't
gonna
be
get that
afraid
soon.
to succeed. If it's meant for you, it's for you.
Right, and I have to learn that when it doesn't happen, that means that it wasn't meant for me. It's not a failure;
Exactly.
it just wasn't my time or it was not for me. So
Right.
that's where I'm at with it. I'm learning to say, okay, I have to accept it. I'm learning to accept it. That's what it is.
Can I
So,
say this?
hmm
Like even before I started facing my fears and failures head on, it was a lot of places where I didn't see them at either. Because
Hmm.
I had so many loopholes set up. It was just kind of like, but it wasn't until I just held myself accountable for a lot of other things, like places where people would be surprised, like, you just kind of like, that's me. Like I could see where I'm fucking up at. I could see where I'm missing something at. And if I could see that, I could always go back. I could rectify. If it's a missing piece, I could find that piece. So I think I used to hide, like I used to put them deep back in the back of my head.
I feel that like 100% because it was places where I thought um where I didn't know I had fear at. Like I for a long time I wouldn't fully open up, and for a long time, and as you know, for a long time, I clinged on to that negativity. I wasn't about this stuff I've been doing since the beginning of this year. This whole positivity, trying to get rid of this hate and anger. I had a fear that if I actually did that, shit, I'd break because I've always mentally built myself up that no matter what, I'm cool. Even if I go
so
through it, I'm cool.
basically,
But
you
I felt
felt like you
like,
make yourself too vulnerable.
yeah, if I felt like making myself vulnerable, I felt like I'd break. So I had a
Mm,
fear of that, so I wouldn't do it.
Mm,
I'm
okay.
porcelain glass, baby.
Okay. So, have you ever felt lonely or isolated on your journey? How do you find support or stay motivated in those moments?
Crowd noise. I felt lonely, isolated all the time until I hear crowd noise.
Mm.
I'm a player that when I played football for years at the stadium, like I don't know what it is, but when I'm playing, I don't hear anything. It's just like I just zone out, and all I see is myself. I hear
Tunnel
myself
vision.
breathing. I hear my footsteps. I hear my own heartbeat. But when the play is over with, that's when I hear the roar of the crowd. And then for me, that's like, yep, that's there it is.
It's
So
like
that should be real that
adrenaline.
they be showing in the movies, because that's definitely, I can see that. It's tunnel vision. I do the
Yeah.
same thing. Like when I'm focused in on something, I don't come up for air until I know I'm done.
Mm.
Literally, don't come up for air. Like I will isolate myself. That's how I know when I'm like on to something. Like okay, but that's when my confidence is the highest. Like okay, I know this gonna work. Let me put all my attention on this. And by the time I come up for air, it's done. It's successful. It's thriving. It's doing what I needed to do.
Hmm.
So I definitely can understand that tunnel vision mentality. How about you, China?
Um, can you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah. Have you ever felt lonely or isolated on your journey? How do you find support or stay motivated in those moments?
Um, Honestly, I feel lonely and isolated a lot. Even when I can have the most supportive people around me, I can still feel that loneliness. And it's just something that I have to deal with on my own, And I could honestly say me connecting with God more is what motivates me and helps me get through that loneliness that I feel. So I think that's just um a part of depression that I was dealing with on my
Okay.
journey.
Understandable. Understandable. How about you, Desiree?
Absolutely. I definitely felt all of that. You know what I'm saying? The way I get through it is these days, um, I sit with it. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to remember the places where I do have the people who support me. I try to be
Hmm.
appreciative of the people that's in my face. I try to show gratitude because when I'm feeling a certain type of way, it's just kind of like I'm missing the people that's there in my face showing me the things that I do want to see. And I'm over here thinking about the other people that's like, and I'm kicking them like support, support, support. Like it's cool. It's like the little chicken who made the bread. It's good. So
I'm
that's how
tickled.
I meditation. I talk to myself.
Yeah, I know. I think I felt my loneliest in the year 2022. And you know what 2022 did for me. 2020, I asked God to remove and reveal, and He got
Mm.
rid of everybody. He got rid of everybody. When I say He got rid of everybody, I'm talking about 15, 20-year friends, family members, people I never in a day thought that was going to, remove them.
Oh.
And I'm going to say remove themselves out of my life. Because I didn't remove you, removed yourself.
Hmm.
I definitely felt lonely. I definitely felt isolated. I was like losing. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I thought we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Where's all this hatred coming from all of a sudden? Where's all this animosity coming from all of a sudden? And, I started my entrepreneur journey out. I had all these people behind me that was supporting me. I had all this family behind me that was supporting. And when it came down to it, it has eliminated itself all the way down to this little bitty circle that I love, because I have weaned out all the chaos and only the real is right here in this little bitty circle. And I love that for me. But isolation and being to myself allowed me to focus a little better than I actually was. I became a lot more focused.
Oh
I
yeah.
stopped worrying about people pleasing. It's not about y'all. This is about me and my business and how it's gonna thrive. It's not about what this person would like or what this person would like to see me do, because this person, that person, not even here, they don't even matter. So why am I sitting up here trying to make my business appeal to y'all, some people, some temporaries? That moment of isolation made me come out and come even harder. I wound up connecting with a major influencer who actually models for me now, and we actually really close. Like that's my little sister now. So yeah, I think isolating myself and winning out all the bad, it's like all that dead weight lifted up off me, then I was able to float.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was able to float, I began to have a clear vision of what was really in front of me and what was going on. I'm able to see the real people because now all these fakes are not in the way. They're not blended in the crowd, but they right there where I need them to be. So isolation and loneliness actually helped me because it provided me with the real people that's still here. For the real people that genuinely support me. With the people that really have my better interests at heart instead of people that's just sitting back watching, waiting on my downfall, because that's what I had a lot of surrounding me. So that's what isolation did for me. Um,
Yeah.
what sacrifices have you made along the way, and do you believe they were worth it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I've
We
made a
got
lot of
time, look.
sacrifices.
Man,
I've
listen.
I've made a lot of sacrifices within the year 2022 and 2023. I could say both of those years was like, oh my gosh, they was cutthroat, and I had to get rid of people that I didn't want to. Lifelong friendships, like you said, I can relate to you. Like we have all discussed it. Y'all done heard my story about friends that I done been like to the end with. And those sometimes you just gotta cut that off just to, find yourself and your happiness again. Cause I can't say that get finding peace is so important and keeping it is hard. Losing it is easy. So when you find it, keep it. Cause it's easy to lose and hard to gain.
Okay, how about y'all, Jarrell and Desiree? How y'all feel about that?
Ask that question again. Because I know I said yes.
What sacrifices have you made along the way, and do you believe they were worth it?
I answered that last question. Absolutely worth it. And
But what was the sacrifices you made?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Don't be
But
going crossing over my questions.
I'm not. I'm not. But the sacrifices that I had to make, I had to give up myself. Like for real, for real. Just to be able to open myself up to being criticized, to being like all types of things. Just like y'all was talking about with the whole vulnerability thing, like my poetry, me singing, talking, speaking, anything like that's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my soul's content. That's my consciousness. These my deepest thoughts. This the way my mind ticks. So like I had to get rid of the notion that they not gonna like you um cause you too black. They not gonna like you cause that's always like I promise you that's a track that's repeatedly playing in my head. So I had to sacrifice that mentality. I had to get rid of the ways, like you say, things that be weighing you down. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had to drop that shit. Like I can't move on thinking like this. It's not gonna work. This mentality not gonna get me to where I'm trying to go. I can't take this to a new place with me.
Right.
And I
Had to
think that
cross
goes
out.
down with taking accountability. Where you know when you can point out where you fucking up, and then can say, all right, well, what's my plan of action to correct this? I
Hmm.
think that's major when you able to do that. That's a skill. Because a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people will see that they fucking up, but will stay stagnant in that place because that's all they know. And it's like I'm not ready to readjust. I'm fucking up, but I like it here because this is comfortable. I know
Yeah.
people like that too.
Okay.
So yeah, most definitely. So how do you maintain self belief and confidence when faced with setbacks or obstacles?
Hold on, let me slide back to that last question right quick. Um, yeah and no. Like 100% yeah and no. Some sacrifices, losing certain people. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Other sacrifices I made with the way I pushed myself the way I did, not okay with that now.
Okay.
Those sacrifices, I didn't have to push as hard as I did, but I also didn't know. Well, I may have known, I just chose not to. So Certain ones, yes. Losing the people I lost along the journey, yeah, I'm cool with that. But
Oh yeah.
losing myself along that journey, no, not cool with that.
No, we definitely not supposed to do that. Only the real survive. Only the real survive. And
Y'all
I
must
know I
be
stand
real
on
as hell.
it. That's how I was able to get myself through losing all those people. Like I'm talking about, it was bad. Every other week I was falling out with somebody. I'm like, what is going on? Like I must be the problem. I gotta be the problem. I'm the only one falling out with everybody. But when I look back on everybody that I fell out with and everybody that I don't talk to no more, I promise you, none of them people hold no value. None whatsoever. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm not even saying that because we don't talk no more. Like when I really assess and do a comparison to the people that are in my life now and the people that are not in my life, they hold no, absolutely no value. They meant me absolutely. I can't. It's not one person who I'm not cool with no more that I'm just like, dang, I really wish no,
they
nobody.
was holding you back from your true self. That's
Absolutely.
all it was.
Absolutely, for sure. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt like a lot of weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was carrying the weight of a lot of people unnecessarily when a motherfucker would lift my finger up if I was on the ground passed down. I'm sitting up here carrying you on my back for what?
Yeah, and sometimes you can block your own blessings by hanging around somebody that don't need to receive the blessings that's there for you.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And I'm definitely experiencing that now. Like even with dating, I had to cut off a certain person. It's like now that I've cut them off, now I'm finally, I don't know, like when it comes to dating, I'm finally meeting more quality opposed to just steady meeting. I mean, the quantity is the easy part. The quantity is the easy part. The quality is the hard part. So definitely meet more quality these days, opposed to when I was, dealing with the quantity. So, how do you all maintain self belief and confidence when faced with setbacks or obstacles?
Um, I just, like I said, I jump into it these days. Usually I used to run from them. I used to run. I used to be like, you know what? It just is what it is. Like you said, I was okay being stuck where I was. I don't have to do better. What I need to do better for.
That
What I
stagnant.
need don't nobody need to see me. What they need to see me for. Don't nobody want to listen to me. Like I promise you, I mean, I fed myself that. Hello, Denise. Hey, Jess. Hey, Sunil. Good evening, you guys.
I forgot to turn the comments on.
Oh yeah. So I think with my confidence, I had to walk into it. So I don't I mean, looking back now, I see a lot of places where I didn't have it. And I mean, you think you got the confidence you supposed to have cuz maybe you got cuz I had tough skin, you know what I'm saying? So, everybody thinking you doing like, "Oh yeah, this just that's Desiree. She do." Man, listen, I was in training for the woman that I wanted to be. You feel me? I it
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
it
Hmm.
was building. I faked it until I made it. Like that shit was tough. I internalized a lot of shit. You feel me? So walking out of that, yeah.
I
So
love
that
to see it. Hey, Jazzy.
okay. It'd be hard to stay in though. It do. But you just gotta talk yourself through it. You gotta walk yourself through it. You gotta yourself of the places where you worth
That require a lot of mental strength, though. That's not for the
it.
weak. The weak can't handle that. Like to be able to talk yourself through, you know what I'm saying? Self belief and confidence. It's that's not for the weak. Like you gotta have like a thick skin in order to be able to do that. I feel like because it's not easy. I
Well, that
lack
goes back to
confidence in a
having
lot of areas,
faith. You got to have faith, and you got to have hope and that motivation to get you through what you need to get through.
and if you're not willing to, at least put forth the effort to try to comb it out or walk through it, then that's where the stagnant energy start, getting thick.
Mhm.
It's like, you know what? I don't got the balls to do all that. I'm gonna stay right here where it's comfortable.
Right.
How about you,
Mhm.
Jarrell?
Let me say this: I have zero faith, none whatsoever. I've never had faith in anything. I'm a big believer in if I'm already in it, I'm not gonna look back. I'm gonna just keep going. That's just
Now
what
I
it
gotta
is.
challenge that, Jarrell, because you ain't never had no faith in yourself with football.
You said I never had faith in myself.
With football, you ain't never had faith like, oh yeah. You ain't never looked at another team like, oh yeah, we about to kill them.
I've always had confidence and cockiness. I know what
But
I bring to the
that's
table.
not having faith in yourself. Like, I got this. Y'all not about to come in my house and win. Like, we about
Nah,
to send y'all
I
back
was
home with y'all
just
tails in between y'all legs.
I was just never worried about nobody else or what they bring to the table. Because okay, I was that guy growing up that I was a pure asshole, and what I mean by that is, and I have a son now, so he's gonna be even worse.
You
What I mean
okay?
by that is, um, I was the guy that I would go out onto the field early just to see who I'm playing against, and if I see you hug your parents, family, or friends, I'm gonna purposely embarrass you because mine not here. I was that guy.
Oh, that's strong. Okay.
Yeah, I was that guy, and every time I scored, I would go up to you and tell you I did that because your parents here and mine not, and take
Mm.
your ass to the sideline. I was very very ignorant. So it was for me. It wasn't faith. It was just knowing I'm for the dog you. That's just what it was. I'm sorry, not sorry. The fact that mine wasn't
But your
here.
No,
faith
that
led
was
you to
just
believe
petty.
that though. You
You said
had
what?
faith in yourself to say, okay, you here with your mama, I ain't here with man, watch this.
I mean,
You had
if
faith in yourself. You knew it, but did you wind up succeeding every time?
100%, yeah. I hate to say
You
it, but
had faith.
yeah,
It started with faith. You had faith. You was confident. I think faith and confidence kind of
It
can
goes hand
basically
in
sit.
hand.
Yeah, they can sit in the same room. You was confident in yourself that, hey, listen, my mama not here. I got to embarrass you in front of yours because my mama ain't here to watch me play. You knew what you was capable of, and you exercised it on the field every time.
yeah. If you put it that way, I guess it can go hand to hand. I call it confidence. Some people call it faith. But it can go hand to hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you cold at what you do. So yeah, you gotta have that faith in yourself. I ain't never watched you play, but now I gotta sit back and watch. So you, you something else. Okay. Where am I? Have you all ever questioned your purpose or the path you're on while carrying your dream alone? How do you navigate those moments of doubt?
Yes, I have. And how I navigate there? I told you, I'm gonna walk myself through it. I'm gonna talk to me like, okay, Desiree, what is it? I gotta paint the mental picture. You know what I'm saying? You know how they had them little screens you could just pull up, be like, "Doop," and you do. This how I'm going through in my head. Like, okay, this what we doing. This is what you said you wanted to do. How we finna execute it? Okay, to execute that, that means you need to be do. You scheduling this? I'm in my head. I'm building. Like, and if every skill I got can help me bring it into my reality, I'm putting it out there.
You a bad
And
period.
if on the days I can't, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. The last time I had an anxiety attack, but I told you it was a positive one. But the other one I had, the last one before I moved to Texas, I was in the, I mean, body like shaking, everything.
I
And that's
don't
what
even want to
happened
know
when
what
I'm
that
not
felt
able to.
like.
Huh?
I hear about them all the time. I just don't even want to know what that felt like an anxiety attack. Like I have my little mental breakdowns and I get depressed and frustrated and overwhelmed. But to have a physical anxiety attack, I don't wish that on nobody.
It's
And from
horrible.
what you okay, and exactly from what you described, it's like, man, I'm glad you was able to push through that though. I'm really glad you was able to push through that because that
Because
was a weapon.
everything on repeat. Everything on repeat. It's like it's not gonna work. You're gonna fail. You're gonna
It's a
and it's
mental thing.
battling with my positive personality. It's like we got this. We got this. Nah, bitch, it's not gonna work. All of this is already falling through. What you finna do next? And that's how the anxiety attack is set. Because it's a battle in my mind. It's war. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay, how we finna walk? And then somebody gotta be the voice of reason. What's the reason? Let's get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, we talking at each other, but how we make this work. And that's how I found out about my duality. I
Okay.
need it. I need to be able to pay attention to the negative to turn it into a positive. I can't just look at one side of the shit. I gotta see both sides. But that's how I learned how to walk through my anxiety.
And it take true mental strength to be able to do that, to walk yourself through something. And again, because it's so easy to remain stagnant and stay where you at and drown in depression and drown in anxiety. But
Yeah.
you chose to swim above that and say, nah, we not doing this for too long. Like, this don't benefit me. Let me keep pushing in a positive direction. That take a lot. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Because again, it's so easy to just swim in stagnancy and just stay where you at. How about you, China?
Can you repeat the question one more time for me, please?
Mhm. So, have you ever questioned your purpose or the path you're on while carrying your dream alone? So, have you ever
Yeah.
questioned yourself on that path, and then how did you navigate through those moments of doubt?
I think really I can relate to with Desiree when she was saying how you literally got to have that power, that mentality of knocking out the negatives, because I always question, even when I know I'm doing something right, I'm like, dang, this could go wrong and this could go wrong, but that could go wrong. And you really got to kind of like stop self-doubting yourself and know that, hey, where there's a will, there's a way, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You really got to start speaking that positivity into your life, and that's just the bottom line to it. If it's negative, push it to the side and think positive.
Okay, and then how about you, Jarrell?
Two things. In simple terms, I can't go into a store and buy a dream. In my terms, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. So what you gonna do? Sit there?
Yep, like you said, keep on pushing through, even though you may not have that support watch. You still got to keep going because whether they there or not, it still got to get done.
It got to get done.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when you was playing football, like just because you didn't have that support, that didn't mean you wasn't supposed to. I don't know how football goes, so forgive me. Score. I suck. So, oh, y'all should have seen me at the Super Bowl, watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, did they win? Was that a touchdown?
Oh man.
What that
Go,
mean? Why they stop right there?
coach.
I'll make your hot wings and your cheese sticks, your pizza, but baby, I don't know nothing about no football style. But yeah, like even though you didn't have nobody supporting you, and I hate that you had to go through that because that sucked. Like I can only imagine as a kid to be doing something that you really passionate about, or even as an adult, and to look up and there's nobody there.
Actually,
Yeah.
though, I was I didn't realize it until I got older, but I've always been very mentally strong. It didn't bother me. I didn't care if they didn't come because the way I saw it was I'm a ball regardless. So whether they here or not,
You're
I
gonna
wasn't one
still
of them
put your
kids
best
that,
foot forward.
yeah, I wasn't one of them kids looked in the stands. Oh, my mom's not here, my dad's not here. Yeah, so what?
So you feel like that didn't bother you at all? Because I was an athlete. I played just about almost every sport you could think of, and I didn't have the most supportive parents, and it did kind of bother me because you see other kids with their parents taking pictures, bringing flowers and shit, and I ain't have all that. Hell, I didn't have the support that I needed. I don't know if it's because I was a female and you're a male or what have you. However, for me, that was very important for me to have my parents there, and they was not.
It didn't bother me because the fans, hearing them cheer for you or cheer your name, and then even afterwards, my friends or whatnot, their parents or family or friends will be there, and you know what they'll say to me and not their son? You had a great game. Thank you. That's all I needed. You told somebody that once your son they had a great game, and then took your son back to the car.
Yeah, but ain't no telling what they told to their son inside the car.
You were
Great,
you were
great game.
you 100% right. But it's no way in hell I'm gonna stand next to my son and not tell both of them y'all had a great game. No, no, you looked me right in my eyes and told me you had a great game. I know your son didn't have a great game. He was behind me on the bench,
Oh
so I know he
Lord,
didn't have a great game. I'm sorry, but
you just
hey,
cocky. That's all it is. Just cocky.
That's that football boy.
That's
look,
just
100%. I wouldn't be as I would trust me. I would not be as cocky as I am if I was if I'm not as good as I was or am. I should say I would not be as I did all everything for me was self taught. I did all self training. I didn't have coaches that really supported me or whatnot. I did everything myself. I wasn't one of them dudes that I was naturally talented, 100%. but I
Period.
didn't take my natural talent and just leave it as shit. I'm gonna make it anyway. No, I went to practice an hour early before everybody and stayed an hour late every
But you
practice.
would think all the things that you went through should have humbled you instead of
Oh
being a
no,
little
I'm
cocky.
I'm the farthest from humble because I grinded myself to do all this myself. What I'm gonna be humble for?
But you know what, Desiree? Me and you had a long conversation about the word humble, and you looked it up. And if people really knew the real definition of humble, a lot of people will not accept that term.
I wouldn't doubt it, believe you me. But am I humble? Not even close. Not in the
No, but what
slightest
I'm
tinge.
I'm 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 with you. Like um, I got so for example, I'm the only person in Chicago, literally, and I say this with the utmost cockiness. I'm probably the only person in the country that's allowing you to party now and pay later. I wish a bitch would, respectfully.
All
I wish a
facts.
bitch would. You ain't fucking with me. Do what let them book their party. Goddamn it, decorate their event, provide bartender, caterer, photographer, and have them pay later, and come have a conversation with me. You can't.
All facts.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't
So
been to a place like that ever.
I'm not supposed to say stuff like that because I'm supposed to remain humble. Why would I remain humble? How are you gonna know what I can offer you? If I remain humble and keep my mouth closed,
Why wouldn't you speak on what you have to offer? It's the way you say it. It's how you say it.
mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna say it straight to your face, up front, honest, cutthroat,
I used to
blunt.
be like that. I
It
used
don't
to be
matter.
like that.
I'm gonna tell
Des-
you what I
But
am, how I
Desiree,
it's
am,
real
what I'm
quick,
gonna do. All
it's
are
that.
you
not
able
what
to
you
read us
say,
the
it's how you
definition
say
of
it.
humble?
Hold on.
You said now what you said, how you say it. I don't
Yeah.
believe that because I'm gonna tell your son, husband, boyfriend, whatever. You lined up across me, I'm about to dog you. I'm sorry, not sorry, but that's what it is. You shouldn't have brought your child to the game to watch you get dogged. Because when you go back in the car, he gonna tell you, "Daddy, I want to be like him when I grow up." That's
But that's
tough.
not. I'm not saying just only in terms of football, because I mean, I like I said, I was an athlete too, and I was a damn good athlete. I got trophies and MVPs, newspapers, just like probably you did. However, for me, I guess for me it was more so, um, being humble is putting yourself in the other person's shoes.
Who
I
shoes?
think, like, not only on the field, not only in football, just other situations, other circumstances. That's what I mean by humbling
Do
yourself.
you do you know what humble really mean?
Well, let Desiree read
This,
the definition.
No, I'm gonna tell you what she about to say in a nutshell.
but
Being humble is making yourself small.
I'm
hundred
not gonna
percent.
do that.
But you know
I'm
what?
not gonna do
But
that.
that's the ugly reality behind being humble. You make yourself small for what? What you
Mm-hmm.
gonna make yourself? If you got all them trophies and stuff, say that shit out loud. Don't whisper it. Say it out loud.
Man, I'm
You
not.
see what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying? But
I'm not
being
giving
humble will
nobody else
make you want
praise.
to whisper it.
I'm not giving nobody
being
else
But you
praise for
know
humble,
my
what?
accomplishments.
I'm not gonna speak on what I can do. I'm gonna show you, if
I'm gonna do
anything.
but
both.
it don't matter. You could show a person, you could speak on it. If they see you, they see you. It
Yeah,
don't
that's
matter.
true.
It's a lot of things that don't gotta be said, and people gonna know you great.
Exactly.
Well, because what's
So
understood don't have to be explained.
what I'm saying is that's humble. What they've made us to think is supposed to be is for us to think less of ourselves. No,
No,
honey.
no, I don't feel
It's
like
for you
humble
to
means
think
that.
more of yourselves, but remember that you are not above anybody else. It's to
Exactly.
it's that's what it is. Because in a blink of an eye, you could boom, get into a car accident. Who
And
running who? Who doing
exactly.
what?
Exactly.
Boom,
You can
somebody
lose it
else done
all.
came in like
That cockiness that you have, you can lose that shit. Why you I'm just saying,
Oh,
being
I
humble,
I
you
already lost
know.
it, but it didn't. I still ain't humble. At the end of the day, I worked for the shit I got. I busted my ass for this shit. Excuse my language, but yeah, it got taken from me. My dream got taken from me. But am I go? Did that humble me? No, not in the slightest. I had to get out here and grind. Nobody else, me. Nobody helped me. So I'm gonna be. I'm gonna get.
So by you losing it, it only bittered you. It made you bitter. And that's not what it was supposed to been doing. Like, you sound like the opposite of Inky Johnson. You know who that is?
I know exactly who Inky Johnson is. And I wouldn't doubt it. Like, but like I said, for me, I'm all confident and all stuck on me. I lost what I lost. It's what it is. Can't do nothing about it. But I lost that because of me. Nobody else myself.
But you also have a story
Oh, I know.
behind, and
I
that
know.
story can teach a lot of young Black African American boys.
My story is very deep. If I say it all, it's tough.
Exactly. Exactly.
I,
That's why I said you
I just haven't
remind
gotten
me
to
of
that point.
Inky Johnson in a way because he lost it all, but he stayed humble, and he was one of the. He was great.
Yeah. I
It
just
man.
for me being humble, it's never really been in my cards because I had to get out here and work. Not to say the next person didn't, but I know what I put in. I'm gonna be humble on something that I put in work for. If it got handed to me, fine, I'll be humble.
You
If
seen it,
still ain't,
man? You seen it, man?
yeah, I say yeah, hell yeah, I see it, man.
Okay, so I put it like that because in the first movie, I think the place had went to war or whatever. That man, he never lost his integrity. He knew at any time, like nigga, I will whoop all y'all
Oh yeah,
asses.
hands down, facts.
And
He,
so like,
he
but like basically he knew like this where we at right now. So this where I'm at. This I'm gonna play my part where I'm at. But you know, like if I was up where I was up, I'd still be the same person.
oh yeah, whether I'm up or down, I'm still me. It don't change. I don't change for nothing, nobody, unless it's for myself. So no matter what I go through, I'm not changing because this happened or that happened. Nah, I'm still me. Even though I lost my dream, I still get out here and ball. I still get out here and bust ass. I still get out here and talk shit. I'm the same person. It's
Basically,
not
And
it's
shit
not as
talking,
bad as it used
that's
to
just
be.
what come with the sport too. Shit talking for sure.
Oh y'all facts.
but I
I'm
think
a,
it's just basically you just don't step on other people. That's what humbleness is. Don't
No,
step on other people. It's not to think less of yourself. It's don't step on other people.
no, I never knock anybody else, but I'm just gonna tell you I'm a doggy.
And
That's
that's
all.
and that's what humbleness is.
Oh yeah, no, I'd never knock the next man. Hey, you, because you may not be as talented as me naturally. Ain't nothing
But
wrong
see,
with that.
that's what I got. I got to the point where you were saying how you would purposely go out there and seek your weakest link, the weakest link, because of what you didn't have.
Oh no, no, I played against some dogs, but to be a dog, you got to dog a dog.
but you know what?
And
What I
if and
will
if
say
and
about that,
if you
if
don't
they
dog
let
me, you
them,
ain't
then
no
that's on
dog.
them.
I
Because
don't.
if I play football and you sitting up here trying to play me because my people around, I'm about to play just as
But
hard
how
as
did
you.
they know that they're a target?
I know they don't know they're a target, but see, my thing
Exactly.
is, I don't go out to if it's just like fighting. I would never fight a person who don't want to fight. You don't want to fight, I'm gonna walk away. Never. I would never go after the weakest person on the football field. No, I'm gonna go after the person that got the biggest mouth and the one that think he a dog. Cool, I got you. You my target
Yeah.
because
And then again,
to be
if they
called
let you
great,
do it, then fine. That's on them.
yeah,
Because I ain't gonna let you play with me in front of my people. I'm gonna play just as hard.
all
So
facts.
if I come on here knowing like, oh, that's what you want, okay, let's play ball then.
Right, right. If I feel your energy, that's if I'm paying attention and I feel your energy. Then I'm be like, okay, I see what time you on. Cause it's just like if you watch the Super Bowl, the Niners was out there straight. They came out the gate
Yeah, shout out the
like
gate.
aggressive. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, okay, what the word they Chiefs wasn't ready for that. But at the end of the day, they felt that energy that they had, and they had to think smarter about the plays that they was finna play, and they won the Super Bowl. They took home, go Chiefs. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to feel you out. I see that you making me a target, so I'm a. While you sitting up here with the anger, I'm gonna go around, let you be angry, and I'm gonna think about how I can beat you. While you mad at me, I'm gonna let you be mad, and I'm gonna think about how I can get you
I get
better.
what you're saying, but that wasn't the case. He was going after the people who was talking just as much shit as he was.
Hundred
So
percent.
I'm gonna put it like
that
this. I didn't used to
really,
play. I never played
Wait,
sports,
what?
but I used to fight
I
a
didn't
lot.
hear that part.
yeah.
I was never angry on the football field. No, I didn't play angry. An angry mind is a narrow mind, and when you play angry, you don't think
Exactly.
straight. I never played angry. I always laughed. I would say a phrase all the time. Anytime somebody talk shit, I just say child please every time. What that mean? I'll be back. Don't worry about it. Because people used to talk crazy, and I did too. Only difference was mine was smarter than yours was. I
I
tell
mean, I
people
did the same thing though. I ain't gonna lie, I would talk crazy too if you came at me the way that you came. But I always had good sportsmanship.
I didn't. I
But I
had
know
terrible
what it.
sportsmanship.
But I just feel like that's confidence because, like I was saying, I ain't never played sports, but I used to fight a lot. And whenever there was a situation where it was like me versus them, I know I've been jumped one time in my life. And you know what I did when I seen all the bitches running at me? I ran towards the biggest bitch. Cause what you gonna do? Can't none of y'all whoop my ass. And I say that with I say that with everything in life. You can't nobody whoop my ass. Nobody.
Hmm.
I ain't cocky. I'm just confident in my fighting skills.
Ain't no rules in fighting.
Ain't no rules of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could take another example. Like back in the day when I was younger, I used to, when I was a teenager and stuff, I had, my old crew off the block I used to hang out with and stuff. And I told this was one of my situations where I used to always play small. Like people would see us, and I hated this with a passion because I've never been this type of person. But people would see us and say, you only hang out with them because you the best looking out the crew. When I picked my crew, I didn't see chicks that were less attractive than me. I saw at the time what I thought was genuine. My friends, we all grew up together. I didn't see looks. These was my friends. I don't.
Right.
They may not dress like me. They may not look like me. They may not be shaped like me. But this is not how I went about picking my friends. And when we would be out, I would always try to be the most unattractive girl. I can't help it. Physically I couldn't do that. But if a group of guys was getting ready to approach us, I would always walk to the back of the crowd because I knew the first person they was looking at was me. Let me go to the back of this crowd. Oh, I don't have to, dress as cute today. I want to make sure, such and such, get some attention. That's really how my mind process stuff. Because when people started saying that, I started to not so much believe it, but just kind of like, okay, well, let me bring it down a little bit. I shouldn't have had to do that.
No,
If I
nobody
was
should
with some
have.
real bitches, I shouldn't have had to do that. But this is me young, going on my journey through life, learning, and learning boundaries too. Because despite who getting talked to or what boys is looking at us, I'm y'all friend at the end of the day. I shouldn't have to play small to hang with y'all. But again, that's where the whole like I thought I was being humble. I wasn't being humble. I was playing myself small. I wasn't going out with the purpose of outshining nobody or trying to get the most phone numbers when I went out. I just simply went outside with my friends.
Mm.
And me walking to the back of the crowd when guys would approach us, that was me being humble.
No, that wasn't you being a humble child.
I'm just telling you,
That
that's
is
what I thought
humble.
I was doing, being humble.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call myself trying to do. Just trying to be fair so everybody have a fair shot. But that it just go back to what I was saying, like, um, being humble is really, if you really just look at the definition, it's you playing yourself small. You could be aware of your talents and aware of whatever you capable, whatever you able to do, and not play yourself small. That's what a lot of people I feel like get confused about. You don't have to play yourself this small to be humble. It's okay to say, "Oh, I can do this, I can do that." I'm great at this. I'm great. That don't make you no less humble. That don't make you no. That's why, as Jarrell talking, I'm like, that's just what they do with football. If you don't tell yourself that, who else will? If you don't tell you that you cold, who else gonna tell you that you cold?
But just like Desiree mentioned earlier, you can be meek and humble, but your talents is still gonna outshine whatever it needs to outshine. You don't have
Hmm.
to speak on it. If you have it, it's in you. It's gonna show.
Yeah, it's gonna show, but it's okay to exude that
Just like
confidence
your
and let
beauty.
people know too, though,
Your
without
beauty
coming
is
off as.
gonna show whether you got on a bust down middle part or a goddamn on ponytail and some gray sweatpants. Your beauty is gonna shine within, regardless.
Hmm.
Don't
But
matter.
remember, there's nothing wrong with speaking on it either. Like if I step outside right now with a 50-inch bust down, jet black, 10 bundles of mink Brazilian hair, And I walk outside. I know my motherfucking hair look good. I ain't cocky.
Okay.
I know my hair look good. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But people will confuse that with cockiness and arrogance. What's cockiness? Don't do my hair not look good? You know what I'm saying? Like I just would like to see more people just normalize, being able to like compliment themselves, being confident in themselves,
Yeah.
knowing,
I think
yeah, it's gonna show,
complimenting
but it's
and
okay for
being
you to say
cocky
it
is
too
two
without
different
being cocky.
things. I think cocky and complimenting
They
yourself is
are.
two different things.
You say what?
No, wait,
Being
wait.
cocky and complimenting yourself is two different things.
What's the difference?
Cause cocky is more like boasting.
But a
Cocky
motherfucker
is
would say that's
excessive.
boasting though. A person would say,
Cocky is
if I walk
excessive.
outside, like I said, with my 50-inch bundles, and say, I know my motherfucking hair look good. A person would say, oh, she a cocky, arrogant bitch. No, I just know my hair look good. You see what I'm saying? It's all about,
So if the person
So I
saying that,
think what
then
will
they
make
just
it
hating.
cocky,
Because I'd be like, cause a girl like me be like, yeah, your girl, your hair is everything.
but
Okay,
that's just you. You got people, you got some haters that'll walk past and say, bitch, you ain't on
that's
shit.
just haters.
I'm just saying, but this is the people that will confuse it. Not even necessarily just haters. People who don't have a real understanding of humble and cocky. Like, I think in my opinion, cocky is I know my motherfucking hair look good. Look at her. She ain't on shit. Now you cocky. Now you
Right,
doing too much.
right,
Worry about
right,
yourself.
right.
But when you can step, when you can compliment yourself more than once, people instantly call you arrogant. People call you cocky.
Well,
I ain't
that's
cocky
what
because
it
I know what I look
is.
like.
Arrogant and cocky is an excessive need to
You see what I'm saying? If
compliment
I say,
yourself.
if I say my motherfucking hair look good, this and that, baby, this $2,000-3,000 weave, with it, I'm cocky. I ain't
I'm,
down to you. I'm talking about me. Why is that bothering you?
I'm gonna say something real fast. It's kind of funny. And Nunu, don't take offense to this.
Hmm.
Okay. Even to this day, I still do it. I've told people that I play football against, black people I play football against, and white people or whatnot. I tell them, you light skin, you ain't got nothing melanin to guard me.
Oh
Watch
man,
out.
here we go. Here we go. We get. I'm always being attacked.
It's no disrespect at all,
It's
but
no.
that's
I
just
laugh now because I used to get made fun of for being so light skinned. I used to go home to my mama crying, tears, begging my
Mm.
mama to put me in a white school because I thought that,
Because you was a darky at a
girl,
white
darky
school.
wear. I'm still, bitch. I'm clear. Okay. I need to do the genealogy test the whole time because I'm too damn clear.
You was too black for white people, honey. That's why they
No,
was
but you
talking
know
about
what?
you.
My thing was, if I go to a white school and they call me black, at least they calling me what I am. I'm okay. I was
You
okay
know
with
what?
that.
You know what?
That was
You
at my daughter age. No, actually younger than her because I was in preschool, kindergarten. If I go to a white school and they say, "Oh, you black girl," I'm cool with that because I am a black girl. I want more people to realize that I'm a black girl because these people in my school
yeah.
was calling me Casper. I was dipped in bleach. I was Michael Jackson daughter. I was an
Right,
albino with
because you
black
was
hair.
black and you was light skinned. You was too black for them. You was not white.
I'm
Bitch,
the
why
realest
you
nigga
so
in the room.
light?
In
But
every
you
room I
all
step
light
in, the
skinned
She's
whitest,
because you
black,
saying
want
if
to
yellow,
you
be
yellow
if
motherfucker there.
she's saying if you went, you know what, our people just color struck. Period. You
Yeah,
if you're
absolutely.
black, if you're dark skin, you're too dark. If you're light skin, you're too. Just
hmm
that it.
I
It we
laugh at it now. I laugh
everybody
at it
got
now,
their
but
own
baby,
little whatever. It's like I mean
okay.
I've
Cause
never had that issue because I'm brown, but I
Mexican.
think yeah, I never had an issue.
I used to have that issue. Now everybody love red bones. What was all this energy at when I was in preschool?
You was just at the wrong school, bitch. We wasn't getting
Girl,
it.
listen. I don't know
man.
what the fuck they was on with
Red
me, but
bones
baby, I used to
always
go
been
home cry
in
like I don't want
though.
to go to
Girl,
school.
you was at the
Red
wrong
bones
school.
always been in. Where you been at? Red
In the
bones
hood,
always
The
in.
wrong school.
in the school with the project kids, because I lived near the projects. And I promise you, I used to get made fun of so bad. Now, of course, I don't. It's nothing to take personal because now people prefer lighter skinned people. Me personally, I wish I was dark skinned. I wish I had
I
more
think dark
melanin in my
skinned people
skin.
have the best skin. I mean, I
The
just I don't
prettiest, the
know what it
prettiest
is
chocolate
about
skin.
a dark skinned person, but their skin is just wonderful.
I mean, I
It's
went
the
to Jamaica. I
melanin for
tried
me.
my best to get dark, and it just didn't happen. I got burnt. I went there and got burnt. I didn't get no time like damn. I
I'm
came
only
back just
this
as yellow
dark
as I was.
because I'm in Florida. That's the only reason why
I
I'm
need to
this
cut my
dark.
butt on down there for a little while. I do. Cause I just want to tan. I just want to get beige. I just
Not
would love to get a
beige.
nice shade of beige. I'm
Girl,
so
stay
serious.
pink.
Like I love darker skin. Like I'm a little colorblind. I don't care for lighter skinned guys. Like it's like a sheet of paper. Where's the color?
Yeah, I'm like
We
that
need
too.
some color in this equation.
I
If you
prefer.
got two people in the room, this color is too bright now. It's too bright. It is.
See, my mama your skin color, or probably a little bit lighter than you, and my
Really.
daddy black as night. Black. I'm talking about black.
That
And my
black
If
man
mother was your
deep,
if he
skin
was
baby.
complexion.
sitting where Mr. Accountability that you wouldn't be able to see his ass. That's how black he is.
Girl, that black
I'm
ran deep. The blacker the berry, the deeper the
I'm
roots. You
telling
remember
you.
that, love. Remember that.
Yes, yes, yeah. I
But
mean,
my
I've
daddy's
accepted my
skin
yellow
is he
skin
just
now,
have the
but
best skin. I don't know. It just have the best
yeah, like
skin.
I know me. Listen, I don't know if it's because I ain't got no melanin, but I have the worst breakup. Like I just at my big age just got a grip on my acne. I be walking around here looking like a pepperoni pizza. It's bad. And that's where you are,
What?
and I have a problem. Like I
Oh
bust
man.
pimples. They can't just
I
sit
am
there.
weak.
But yeah, I just got a grip on my skin like up until literally this year, the end of last year, beginning of this year. I just stopped looking like a pepperoni pizza.
Not a pepperoni pizza, love.
I was definitely giving pepperoni and sausage
Mm,
pizza.
Ooh,
Home run
child.
in.
I'm weak. You're terrible.
I'm a terrible host. Okay, I'm a terrible guide.
There it is.
Okay, so how has carrying your dream alone shaped your personal growth and understanding of yourself?
Anybody want
Mm.
to take that first before I
Yeah,
hop on it?
Go
I'll take that.
ahead, girl. Go ahead, cause I'm still thinking.
Mr. Accountability talking.
Yeah, I'll take that first. It's helped me in ways to really understand how deep I got to dig to climb out of stuff. How far I can put myself down just to see how I'm gonna come out of it. Because everybody goes through everything. I don't feel like my lows are lower than anybody else's, but my lows are my lowest. And being able to be at my lowest by myself, it took a lot. It's taking a lot to really be able to climb out of all that. So that's one of the biggest things for me that I learned and I'm learning that yeah, being by yourself at your lowest, it teaches you a lot more about yourself than anything in this world can.
Yeah, I agree. Carrying my dream alone has definitely made me stronger. It showed me that I'm way more capable of things than I thought I ever was,
Hmm.
especially being a single mother. I think this relates to me more being a single mother than, my businesses. Like, I did not think I was capable of doing it alone. I'm like, I'm gonna suck at this. I don't know where to begin. Um, I didn't think it was possible because my mind was stuck on okay, Narissa has finally had a child. It's people still see me shocked to this day that I had a child because I was that single party girl. I always had money. I was always out dressed nice, club and doing what I wanted to do. So when they see me on Facebook holding the belly with a man behind me, like what? Narissa? And when things went south with us and we didn't work, I'm just like, oh my God, I'll never forget. And I'm gonna say this in the public because I'm past all this now. I literally the day that I finally came to grips, he had left, he had moved into his own apartment. The day I finally had came to grips that I was a single mother and I was gonna have to come back to Illinois alone because we left Illinois as the Obamas. We came back as just mother and daughter. I sat in that rocker chair and I rocked and cried for 8 hours. I didn't eat. I didn't. I literally only time I would snap back into reality was when I would hear her cry. It was either time to feed her or change her, and that right there was my breaking point. I'm like, because I was crying because I'm like, I can't believe I'm going through this. What am I gonna do when I get back? Where do I start? How do I do this? By this time, my mother had passed. I didn't have no type
Mm.
of guidance. My mother died when she was 9 months old. So I had my friends' mamas helping me, like showing me, like, whenever she would have gas, I would be on the phone with my friend's mama, or, yeah, my friend's mamas is her grandma's with an S. And it even transitioning back to Illinois was hard, because not only am I coming back by myself, you know I'm coming back without a job. All I have is my hustle. If I don't have nothing else, I have my hustle. As long as I got a phone in the car, I'm gonna make me some money. And it was just every day it got easier and easier. And by the grace of God, now we living comfortable. She more than likely don't even remember when we was struggling, and going through we was going through. I remember having $20 to my name, $20, and I had to make the decision on feeding us. How can I feed us and put gas in my car? And just like how Jesus turned water to wine and made enough bread to
Ooh,
feed
come
everybody,
through.
that's what
Come
happened with that
through.
$20, literally. And every day. And then I started meeting people. I moved out there to Kankakee. I wound up meeting Desiree and got to know her family and got to know her people. And I had family out there. Like every day it got easy, easy. Then bam, the big breakthrough came. I started up my boutique. And then from there it just began to get, because now I have the money to really really do what I want to do and live the way I want to live, and be able to take care of her the way I love and enjoy to take care of her. Like, she don't remember my struggle, and that's what's most important to me. You didn't have to. You lived it, but you didn't feel it. I
Right.
made sure that you didn't feel it.
Mm.
So that's how,
Check.
even though, and I'm talking about, we was couch hopping, all people never noticed about me. Like, I was homeless. I was real life homeless. I didn't have no place there. All I had was my car and a trunk full of clothes and a U-Haul in the back of my uncle's yard when we moved back from Wisconsin.
Dad,
And
you see,
Mm.
Dad, you see what just happened, Dad?
what just
She
happened?
said she moved to Kankakee. She met you and just pushed me to the side like I didn't help her carry her groceries in one day. Okay, okay. Well, no, it's all good. It's all good. I ain't even worried. I ain't even worried. It's all good. Wow,
I remember that. I'm like,
that
I
was
oh,
was really
that
over
crazy.
here
friend, he's so
confused.
nice. He
Like, no,
carried
I
them
didn't see it.
all.
I was like, what? What?
That's
I, that
Because
crazy.
I
show
remember
went
when
over
she
my
used to mention
head.
your name, she used to always have to say Jarrell when they brought your groceries up. I'm like, oh, how you
Oh
doing?
yeah. I was like, was I not listening? Did I miss something?
Okay,
Like,
I'm like, what I miss? He plays so much. But yeah, that's definitely how I was able to getting through that uncomfortable state, because I that was definitely a phase in my life where I had to be uncomfortable in order to get back comfortable. You definitely have to, and people have to learn how to adjust during that uncomfortable phase.
Hmm.
If you can adjust yourself during that uncomfortable phase, it builds you up to be comfortable. Like, let me say that again. If you can navigate through being uncomfortable, it's building you for when it's time for you to be comfortable again.
Yes,
But
say
people
that.
not willing to go through that jungle of being uncomfortable because it's scary there. It's uncomfortable there. It feels
Hmm.
unsafe there.
That shit
But
tough.
people not ready for that rebuild. God, because that's exactly what he did. He broke it all apart and he built up a stronger foundation. People be scared. People scared that when that foundation break, that they're not gonna be able to build it back up. But it's all about you putting in that work to build it back up. Because if you don't, then it
Yeah.
is gonna stay like that. That's what people got to get used to. That's what people, I feel like people have to do to have what people need to do in order to get back to that comfortable state, because it's gonna come back. You just have to work towards it. That's the key part. You have to work back towards it, or you just gonna be right there all over the place. Where was I at? Have there been any unexpected or profound moments of self-discovery during your journey?
yes. Okay, so
Okay.
I counted to about 10. I wasn't sure. I wanted to give y'all time because listen, when I used to be in school, I was like that student that was like, I know, pick me, pick me.
You was a pick me.
I was a pick me ass bitch because I knew the answer. I knew the fucking answer. Nah, for real. But what was the question again?
Oh, let me go back to it. Has there been any unexpected or profound moments um, of self discovery during your journey?
Every day, literally, I find something new about me because I'm always exploring. I'm always searching me. I'm always trying to remember me. Like, I'm. It's always something new. Like when you get into a new hobby, like I'm my hobby. Like getting to know me is like real life, like this that. Like I need to know me because I don't want nobody to be able to come to me, step on me. I don't want to lose myself in the moment because I don't know why I'm triggered. I don't know why I'm feeling something, and I'm consistently working on that. And when I see myself, I'm always like, okay, now let's think about this. That's right. You wanna you this? Let's calm down. Why are we so upset right now? Like I'll really be walking myself through it. Like after that anxiety attack, I learned how to find the tools to build the little ladder I needed to climb up out some shit. And I'll never forget how I did it. You keep talking about the maze, you talk about my bird's eye view, and that's because I'm sure because you show me every single time. That's you. Why wouldn't I be sure of it? Jarrell's confidence came from his ability. He knew I got the skill because I put in the time, I put the work in. You not finna beat me, bro. You not. Because I know the work I done put in. And that's me. You not finna tell me about me because I know the work I put in.
Mhm.
That answer the question? Did I just probably ramble?
No, you absolutely answered the question. How about you,
Okay.
China?
Um, I discovered things more about myself as I go through my struggle, you know, or my journey. You know, it was things that I wasn't even proud of that I had discovered about myself, you know, and I had to figure out how to compromise with my own self to say that, hey, am I going to take accountability of this self discovery and try to figure out how to change this? Because some things that you learn about, certain things that I was learning about myself was affecting my surroundings. And I had to will it back, you know, and say, dang, well, I didn't even notice I was doing it, you know. And it wasn't until, you know, I kind of removed myself from things that was hindering me from growth to and put myself in a newer environment to know that, well, damn, everybody can't be telling me the same thing, you know.
Everybody ain't lying.
Everybody ain't lying.
I'm a real strong believer of that.
Okay. And I had to learn how to take constructive criticism.
Mm. A
Mm.
lot of
That's
people
what I
struggle.
was saying earlier. Not what you say is how you say it. For me, you can't talk shit to me and think that I'm gonna receive that properly because I ain't. You
Because it
feel
ain't
me?
what you saying, it's how you saying
It's
it.
how you say it to me. Is what would make me have a listening to ear to, you know, to receive what you're saying properly.
I get it. If somebody be
So
like, "You just a dumbass," I don't know why you did that. Boo, boo, boo. I'm trying to show you, but I ain't saying it in a way that you can.
When
Besides
when
somebody,
opposed to a motherfucker saying, "Well, I think you're being a bit gullible right now. I think that
right,
yeah,
you're being
right.
a bit easygoing." Now, again, same message, different delivery.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, multiple
I'm
people
sure.
use multiple people told me within my journey that react what is it my I will react to my emotions quickly.
Mm.
I think that's
And
easy for a lot of people to do, especially when you feeling attacked.
oh my gosh, and I felt attacked like it was no, I think what it was, my defense mechanism was on an all-time alert because during that year I kept questioning God, like this relationship is falling apart. This relationship is falling apart. I'm losing a marriage. So my defense mechanism was on an all-time high.
And you
So
and your
my
emotions was high too.
alert, yeah. And I was like popping off like boop. And so I
Can
had to
can
kind of
I
like,
ask you a question?
No. I'm just playing.
Hey, let me
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you, like, when did you start questioning you?
Last year. Oh my gosh. At this big age. I started questioning myself and who I was last year. Like trying to figure out who China was last year and trying to figure out a better version of myself. Because literally, last year was my first time ever having an anxiety attack. You know, and that was one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. Trying to bring myself back to reality from that, you know. So I think last year, shit, last year was a piece of shit. Gonna lie.
Oh,
That
let
was
me.
2022 for me. I was like, because 2022 was really that transitional year. Let's just be for real. All the PPP money had started doing this. So guess what? All the shoppers started. I'm less and less women coming up in the shop. It
Yeah.
started slowing down. So I had to get creative. I had to get creative. Like, okay, what am I gonna do to make money? Am I gonna close my store because the sales slowed down? No, I gotta find a new way to market. And my new way of marketing was doing events, hosting large events, doing events in my space, because the more people walk up on here, the more people that's gonna be like, oh, what's this? What you sell? Oh, I sell plus size clothes. There you go. I got to bring y'all up in here now. It's just all about how you adapt to that change that you're being faced with. How do you face it? Like the lady said, you face life square on. You look at life in the face. You square up. You don't back down. You square right up. Like, all
Mhm.
right, what's next?
Yeah.
Jarrell, how about you?
Oh yeah, I agree with this. For me, every day is something new. You learn something about yourself every single day. I'm big on I'm gonna be better tomorrow than I was today, whatever that is.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. I agree. So, how do you define success in relation to your dream, and has that definition changed over time?
I don't think I'll ever be better than I am now. I push myself mentally, physically, and not just for sports. As a man in general, as a father, like I push myself every single day. So for me, I'm proud of everything I'm doing. Honestly, even all my downfalls and all my bad days or my mistakes, I'm proud of them because without them, I wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing. I wouldn't have done the things I've done. I wouldn't be able to say I gave everything and I'm giving everything my all. I don't believe in starting something and not putting my all into it. So I'm good with it.
I'm gonna definitely piggyback off that. Like, recently, like I said, it's been a lot going on in my venue. It's been a lot going on. I've been dealing with a lot and just kind of combing through a lot. But it's also taught me a lot. It's teaching me so much. It's teaching me because I myself have gotten stagnant for a while in my business as far as getting some paperwork together and making sure that I have all my I's crossed and all my T's crossed or whatever. I'm going through a lot, but what I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much, and I'm grateful for this knowledge because even though I'm frustrated at what I'm going through, it's still again it's kind of it's crumbling apart. But now I'm right now in the process of doing this with the bricks that have fell apart, and I'm grateful for that because had this not happened, I would have stayed in that same stagnant place of not having all my shit together with my business. Like I knew I should have probably did 3-4 years ago when I started.
Hmm.
Um, Even down to stuff that I have planned for my boutique. Like I have a lot of stuff, planned. I want to be on billboards. I want to be down major runway shows for plus size models. I want to touch more influencers. I want to be on the TV show. I'm learning to get better on the camera. Like Desiree could have dared asked me to do this last year. I would have told her no, and I would have been in the audience cheering on. Like I don't even like going live. I hate going live. I hate.
Desiree will pull you out your I'm telling you, cause I
She got
showed
her ways because
child.
baby, listen, she couldn't have dared. I would have been like, girl, I watch, I support, I
Girl.
dare. I tell everybody. Well, I got some of my people on here watch right now. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my girl Nicole. Yes.
Honey, Desiree got me on somebody's stage doing poetry now. Lord,
Period.
I ain't never thought I
Period.
was been trying to do
And
that.
you didn't even think you was capable, did you?
Not capable, but I didn't see myself doing that this year. Like I used to write long time ago, but I never like said it out loud. You
Mm.
know, so just to hear it out loud is like, whoa, I'm actually pretty kind of good at this.
I'm glad that she got you to do the poetry thing with, because I've been telling Desiree for years.
Man.
4 years. And I hate that she gone, because I really would love to host a poetry night, a open word, a spoken word at my venue, which we gonna do next time you come. I'm gonna do it right around the time you come to Chicago. But Desiree, but she also was not in the environment where she could have thrived like she is down there in Florida with y'all.
Mm.
She, baby Cake and Key would have never supported her the way y'all is down there. So, I
Oh,
also think her environment restricted her from really growing and blossoming and thriving into what she has to now with, her poetry and her spoken word. Like I see the flyer, like that one flyer that you made where you actually spitting that shit. I'm like, this is what I've been envisioning for you for years. Seeing you on the stage doing your thing. You said you were so nervous, but I didn't see that at all. But
Yeah.
outsiders never do. I didn't see none of that nervousness that you mentioned, but it felt good to see you doing that, because I'm like, this is what you need to be doing. All that
mm.
talent, I have a whole note full of poetry that she didn't send me, and it's like, girls, you cool? Like, you could be a ghostwriter for Christ's sake.
For real, because her
Some of these famous
wordplay
bitches just take
is
your poems and go crazy and make a hit record. Then what? Now you
right.
getting paid.
It's her wordplay is crazy.
Hmm.
Wordplay is crazy. Very talented and creative. So can't take that away from her at all.
She be spitting that shit. Everything she say to what I
Mhm.
say, bars, bitch, bars.
Girl,
Bars,
okay,
bars
okay.
for days. She has never written a poem that I didn't just love off the top of my head. And a lot of times, I smoke a lot of weed, so a lot of shit be going over my head, but her shit never do. I understand every last word of it, like, damn, okay, and I can understand this shit, period.
Right.
So, yeah. So, how do you define success in relation to your dream, and has that definition changed over time?
Um, for
And we're gonna
me,
close it out with this question, because this is the last one. And I know we done went over our time.
yeah, but for me, success was more of a thing that was kind of like it was something that I had to achieve. These days now, it's more of a thing that's kind of more, I'm not attached to the outcome anymore. I'm not attached to how it's going to turn out, because if it's something that I started my podcast and I said, you know what, I was attached to the outcome. What if they don't watch this podcast? What if ain't nobody listening to me? What if ain't nobody boop 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 boop? But really, what it was who you doing this for? What you doing it for? You gonna put the message out there. They gonna receive it or they not. So I'm not here for, I had to stop being here for numbers. I had to stop being here to be seen. I had to just do it because this what
Yeah.
I want to do. And it don't matter who see it. So even when I log on and I see like the video done got 212 views, I'm like, oh, okay. I like, and I look and I'm into the stuff, like, I'm into watching the statistics. I'm into seeing what the demographics are. Like, okay, we get more males to watch the show than we do women. And I'm looking at it and I'm trying to cultivate more of a way to just pull in a more diverse audience. So success is not just based off of success is six people. Success is one consistent person for me. Like, that's success. I'm never attached to the outcome. I'm attached to what's being said. I'm attached to what's being put out there in the atmosphere, because it doesn't matter when they hear it, where they hear it. If they don't ever hear it, or if it's by a third party, at least I know they got it.
And I
It's
want
going.
to give you your flowers for a second too, because this podcast is a living example of what consistency will get you. You
Yeah.
started your podcast off, and let's just be for real, talking to yourself on this camera.
Absolutely.
You started this podcast
Man.
off talking to yourself, no audience, no guest speakers. Me and Jarrell, we've been thugging it out since the beginning, but in the beginning, and then you did not let that stop you. You would get on here every week and talk to yourself until
Absolutely.
eventually it started catching people attention. And after it
Hmm.
started catching people attention, you went from talking to yourself to sitting up here with 4 to 6 5, 6, sometimes 6 other people. And
Yeah.
now here you are a little over a year later, and you have constant viewers. You have
Yeah.
people that stick on here from the time you get on here to the until the end. But see, what people not willing to go through is what you went through in the beginning, which was you talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
People not willing to. What a lot of people would have saw that first one and said, "Oh no, this ain't for me. Want nobody watching." Not even realizing. Do you realize half your Facebook friends probably didn't even know you was on air because they didn't know nothing about the podcast? You have to keep putting yourself in their timeline, putting yourself in their face until they
Mm-hmm.
finally grab their attention. Say, let me just check out. Because I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that's what more than half your audience did. They finally tuned in one time and then now they can't tune out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Consistency was key.
I mean,
So shout out to Desiree
Whole
for
time,
staying
all
consistent.
facts. For me, I would say I used to think success was when I was happy with myself with everything I put out there. I thought mentally, if I knew I put everything out there and I did everything I could, that was success. But now I'm learning that I'm not done yet. I still got a whole lot more to go. And I say that in a good way because I know I have a lot to give. I know I'm starting this coaching journey. I started my classes in April. So I'm starting this coaching journey. And I know that I
Okay,
didn't
those are
get to
real.
I wasn't
Okay.
able to achieve my dream, but it doesn't mean I can't help thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other kids achieve theirs.
I feel that.
So I
Okay.
would say for me success, I'm not done. So that's what it is for me.
Okay. How about you, China?
I think for as me, I think success is being satisfied with where I am. Um, I know I have a long way to go, and I'm not gonna allow anything to stop me. But that's basically where what I feel like success is just being grateful and satisfied.
Okay. I think success for me is anytime that I had a woman come all the way from Wisconsin. She drove all the way from Wisconsin to come shop in my store. And she walked in there and she's a 3/4X. But one thing I pride myself on is my clothes being true to size. Like you're not gonna walk in there and get a 2X and it look like a large. And when
Oh
she came
wow.
in there, she had all these different options, and she started crying because she was like, "I can't find my size nowhere." And yeah, we got Ashley Stewart and all of that stuff, but that stuff ain't fashionable like your stuff. She cried, and it felt so good because I'm like, this is my dream. This is what I started this for because I've always been a shopper. I've always been a shop. Again, I always was in my bag and didn't have no kids. I always been able to do what I want to do with my money. So I always was a shopper. And even I would get frustrated when I would go up in places like Simply Fashion or Rainbow. And they plus size section, well, Simply Fashion is not open no more, but like Rainbow have come a long way with their plus size selections. But back then, when they was still selling Crest, I'm finna show my age real quick. When they still only was selling like Crest brand and stuff, it was hard for us to find our size. And when we did, the quality was trash. You wear it one time, we got big thighs. You wear it one time, wash them, now the inside's all chewed up. You know what I'm saying? And that when I remember one of my old friends has told me when I first started my store, like you wrote a whole paper on this back when we was in college about owning a plus size boutique. I had completely forgot all about that. But that's how long that I've wanted to dress plus size women and make us look just as good as the smaller women. And when I say that, I don't mean, of course, I can't put on a little bitty crop top and some shorts that rise all up my thigh, but I can still look just as good as a person who has on a small crop top and a small, short or a skirt or whatever. It's about the confidence. It's about being able to find my size and it fit. It's not all tight. It's true to size. The quality. Being able to find and I'm talking about I thumb through my clothes. I thumb through my vendors. And when I'm able to find cute, high quality stuff and women put it on I'm always getting emails and inboxes and DMs. Oh my God, I love, please don't never stop. That's when I feel the most successful. Like this is because this is what I'm
Hmm.
in it for. This is what I'm in it for. I'm not in it just to make $20 and flipping it to $40 selling clothes. I'm in it because we deserve to look good too. Period. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but we do.
Nah, that ain't cliche. That's true.
And that's when I feel the most successful. Like when I'm able to make another plus size woman that's not so confident be able to feel that confidence. Like, you know what, this look good, I look good, and I'm about to go out here and I wear this, and I know I look good. I'm not insecure. I'm not tucking my shirt on. I'm not covering up my arms. Like, I look good when I'm out, and I got on something good quality, and I'll be back to shop. That's when I feel the most successful.
Okay.
But of course, per usual, we have gone way over the time because this podcast be so lit. I just want to take the time to thank you, Desiree, for letting me invade your podcast. I really enjoyed this. And it also helped me with speaking on a camera in front of an audience because I hate doing it. I just know how to talk shit. I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for the opportunity. I had a ball hosting. How did I do, y'all? How did I do?
You
You
did
did
great. You
good,
did
girl.
great.
You did
I did
good.
good, y'all. Very good. Hey. Okay.
Okay.
Well, guys, would y'all like to close it out with anything?
Uh,
I go ahead,
fear
Jen.
is fear is mental. Try everything, or at least try something. You never know what could happen. Just
I like
just
that.
try it. Take a shot. Take a chance.
I like that. I like that a lot. How
Mhm.
about you, China?
I would say just piggyback off of Mr. Accountability. Just do all you can and don't allow fear to stop whatever dream you trying to accomplish. If you start something, finish it with all you got. Don't stop. And also next week I'll be hosting or being the guy. So come with y'all wine, okay? Come with the wine.
Okay, come with the
I
wine.
sure will, baby. You know I'm gonna call my wide and my blunt, baby. I got you.
Come with the
I ain't
wine in
have
the
enough time to
glass.
roll it today, but yes, next week is on.
Okay,
And
okay.
how about you, Des? You got to close it on out. The goat, baby. The goat.
Absolutely, I do. I do gotta go. But what I wanna say is if you wanna fly, you gotta let go of the shit that weighs you down. And that's a Toni Morrison quote, baby. Quote me on it.
Period.
Oh, I love Toni
So
Morrison.
I love to
yeah.
hear it. Well, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned next week because China is taking over.
Okay, and don't
Hey,
forget that wine.
Bring
okay.
your
Period.
wine. And it's on. Okay,
All
y'all. Good
right.
night.
Good
All right,
night.
y'all.
Good
All right.
night.